Welcome to the Registered Addiction Specialist exam tutorial. This tutorial is brought to you by Breining Institute, which has provided state-approved higher education, training, testing, and certification for the addiction professional since 1986. This tutorial is designed to help you prepare to pass the exam for the nationally accredited RAS credential, as well as for the master's level RAS credential. The RAS credential was the first state-approved and nationally accredited addiction professional certification in the state of California. So let's get started. This tutorial is meant to be used with the addiction professional Manual for Counselor Competency. The review course will cover every item that may be asked on the written multiple choice RAS examination. This review course is split up into 5 different sections or areas of study. The first area, Understanding Addiction, includes history and overview of addictions. The second section, Treatment Knowledge, and third section, Application to Practice, discusses the actual components and different types of addictions. The next section, Professional Readiness, talks about what you as a professional should be, which areas you should be competent in as a counselor. And then the final section, Counselor Competencies, will cover the 12 core functions and the TAP 21 counselor competencies that are required to pass the exam and be a counselor in California. The tutorial follows along chapter by chapter in the manual, but if you are using the second edition of the manual, the page references will be different. So you may ignore the page references, but the information that we are citing is in the manual in those chapters that we are citing. So you should find that material within the book and know the material that we are citing. The new California law requires everyone who provides counseling services in an alcohol and other drug program to be certified, and that also goes for individuals working in a licensed, state-licensed AOD program. Everyone must be registered within 6 months of their date of hire or by October 1st, 2005, and that registration must be with a state-approved agency such as Breining Institute. After that time, they will have 5 years. Each individual will have 5 years to become certified. Again, that must be by the certification agency that has been approved by the state of California. The state law requires that certification must be renewed every 2 years, and it also requires that there must be 40 hours of continuing education completed every 2 years before renewal. With the RAS certification, you can get that continuing education from any approved or accredited agency. Breining Institute has online courses available through its website. You do not need to get your continuing education through them. A lot of employers also offer the continuing education, but if you do like the online way of doing your CE hours, you can do that by going to Breining Institute's website, which is breining.edu. The new law, as it was enacted on April 1st, 2005, has a few different provisions that are different than what we have included in the manual at pages 6 to 19. But the pages 6 to 19 show an earlier version, and the law is almost identical to that. Just know the information that we've already provided to you, and that is that certification is good for 2 years. You need 40 hours of continuing education every 2 years. New hires must be certified or must be registered within 6 months, and then everybody will have, from that point, from the date of their registration, they will have 5 years to become certified. In Chapter 2, pages 21 through 27, know the chronology items that are printed in bold especially items like who the Washingtonians were, about Alcoholics Anonymous, the 18th Amendment, the 21st Amendment. Know all of those items, especially the ones that are highlighted in bold. Also know on page 30 about some of the facts that the U.S. Assistant Secretary for Health says, especially the relationship of 20 to 25% of people hospitalized have drinking or alcoholism problems, and that 40 to 50%, which is about half of fatal vehicle accidents, are associated with alcohol intoxication.